This episode of the Golf Gambling Podcast from the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Edge Boost, the bank account built for bettors. Sign up today at edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN for a $25 deposit bonus. The SGP guys are going to be ripping packs live on air next Monday night. They'll be breaking a case of Panini Prisms with DAPS, and all you can get 10% for your favorite team with promo code SGPN. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/break to get in on the action. Okay, we are here. The Memorial, a great event leading up to a great stretch of golf. We have the Memorial, we have Canada, then we have the U.S. Motherfucking Open. So we got some good golf ahead, good golf on the docket, and let's dive into it. Let's dive into the DFS board. Let's talk these three golfers, $10,000 and above. We got JT, we got Xander, we've got Scotty. I think it's another question of to Scotty or not to Scotty. So I guess we'll do Scotty separately, then do the other two after. To Scotty or to not to Scotty? I think you Scotty. I don't think you overthink it. This is a golf course that he breaks barriers in terms of ball striking, and he is in a great ball striking form. Hot take, good at golf. I think you play Scotty and you build with him, just like last week. You play. I said at worst he finishes T3. I believe he finished T4. Nonetheless, he cashed you a lineup if you built correctly, and there was some great low-owned guys like BG8K, and then guys below him, Matty Schmid, who were there to cash that perfect lineup you needed. So I do think you go with Scotty. So let's go down. If you don't want to go with Scotty and you want to start with Xander or JT, who is the option? I will say I really believe that Justin Thomas is the option for a few reasons. Xander is coming off of the best driving performance he had in a long, long time, and it's good to see. He's slowly finding his game, slowly finding things. I do think that was a bit of a product of him being at Quail Hollow, a golf course where he's really driven it well at before. He's used to the sight lines. He likes it there. So I don't think Xander's all the way there just yet. I still think we monitor the situation, wait till the price is correct, and I don't think it's there yet. I don't want to discount all the hard work and all the amazing golf Justin Thomas has played. This is a golf course that rewards great ball striking, rewards you hitting the ball in the correct spots, rewards precision off the tee into the greens. And Justin Thomas has been doing that all season long. So at 10,100, I think you're getting a nice discount on JT. Heading to a place that he's got multiple T10s before. He's not sparkling course history. He's not great. He's poor on the greens. But one nugget I wanted to note from Justin Thomas is he's gained strokes putting for 6 straight events. That's for the first time in his entire career. Justin Thomas has never done that before, and he's doing that right now. He's hitting it well, so I think we go with JT. Okay, 9K range. Colin Morikawa down to Hideki Matsuyama. At the bottom, we'll split this into 3 and 3. I think at the bottom, my favorite DFS play is Hideki Matsuyama. I do think he's going to have a little bit of an ownership discount in between Corey Connors and Victor Hovland, guys that are going to be trendy this week. And Decky showed some great signs last week. He was a little bit wonky the past few weeks, but he really reeled it in at Colonial, which is a golf course where you need to have pristine ball striking. Finished T36, nothing crazy, but he gained over 3 strokes ball striking. He did that for the first time since the Masters. So it's good to see Hideki finally finding something, and I think that's going to pay dividends, especially at sub 16% ownership, because it's a small field. Guys around him are going to be inflated in ownership, and I think Hideki gives you that nice ceiling. Towards the top of this 9K range, Colin, Pat, and Tommy. I don't think I'm cool with a JT Colin start. Colin is it's a golf course that he's played really well on before. He's played well when it was the WGC event. He played well at Memorial, obviously, first round leader, nearly won the year that Ron withdrew, nearly won last year. Great course history. I think Patrick Cantlay is going to be the inflated ownership guy just because he's cheaper than Colin when they have similar course history, similar vibe. I'm going to go with Colin, even though the recent form is not great. And then Tommy, I don't hate it at all. Probably he's my medium pick in this range. If I had to rank these guys 1 to 6 in this 9K range, he'd probably be in the 3 to 4 range. So I'll rank this entire range in terms of price, ownership, and what I'm thinking. I think 1 is Hideki Matsuyama. 2, I like the buyback on Ludwig Aubert. 3, Colin. 4, Tommy. Then probably 5, Pat, 6, Connors. I don't like a chalky Corey Connors, truthfully. Okay, 8K range, we got Victor Hovland down to Keegan Bradley. Towards the top, like I said, I don't want to play a chalky Vic. He's already garnering a lot of ownership. I prefer pivoting up to Hideki if you want to go. So I'm out on Vic at the top of this 8K range. I'm in on Shane Lowry. Daniel Berger's catching a lot of steam because the ball striking has been really solid, but his putter is a legitimate crisis. It's in crisis mode right now. You need Berger on bent grass. I mean Bermuda grass. This is not Bermuda grass. And Shane Lowry's been doing nothing but really stripe it. Coming off of a miscut at Quail Hollow, I think that was on the number. Had a nice ball striking week, gained about 2 strokes ball striking, and then he had a T2 at Philly Crick. This is a golf course that he's played before. He got 1 top 10, and he usually hits it really well here. There's no reason why Shane Lowry cannot play some good golf here. We love him on a difficult golf course. So Shane-O, middle of this 8K range, I definitely like as one of my favorite plays at the middle towards the top. Towards the bottom of this 8K range, I think Jordan Spieth gives you a really solid driving baseline. He's driving it so well for the last few years, honestly. And the rest of the game is a bit of a mess, but at 8,500, we know what his ceiling could be. He could definitely squeeze a random T4 here. I don't think he could win, but I like him in the middle of this 8K range. And then towards the bottom, I really like Tony Finau. Tony Finau is coming in playing some really, really good golf. Tony Finau cannot win this golf tournament. I can promise you that. But Tony Finau can surely rattle off another solid finish. He's coming off a T15, T19, and he finished T8 here last year, 8th here in 2020, another 8th in 2015. The dude loves finishing 8 here. But Tony Finau, when you think about a golf course that Tony would play well on, stern ball striking, stern driving, hit the ball long, hit the ball straight. That's where you want Tony, and him towards the bottom of this 8K range, you get all the T10 upside in the world, and I think it's a very safe play with a high floor. So towards the bottom of this 8K range, Tony's my pick. I'm staying away from Matt Fitzpatrick still, even though he's got nice course history. I don't think he's all the way there yet. Matt Fitzpatrick definitely had a long weekend on the Jersey Shore. It was a Memorial Day weekend. Stay away from him there. Sung Jae, I like him on a firm golf course. Prefers Bermuda, though. So I will say, 8K range, my favorite guys. Tony Finau towards the bottom. Towards the top, Shane Lowry. And then towards the middle, I like a flyer on Jordan Spieth, which is a guy I usually don't like at all. Okay, 7K range. Denny McCarthy down to Steven Yeager. So we'll split this down into 2 ranges. Who could forget Denny McCarthy winning this event over Victor Hovland in a playoff? What a world that was. I still don't know how he made that playoff. Denny McCarthy outlasting the best ball striking performance ever from Scottie Scheffler and meeting Victor in a playoff. That was just a really funny time. I believe that was 2 years ago. But with that being said, I'm not high on Denny this week. I like Harris English. Harris English, a guy who's driving the ball. I mean, not driving the ball well, but a guy who's generally a really, really solid driver. You need that at Murrayfield Village. You need to be long. You need to be straight. I mean, you can win at Torrey Pines. You can play well here. And Harris has gained strokes off the tee in his last 3 starts for the first time since March. Harris is hitting it well, and he's got no top 10s here, but he's got a few top 20s, and he's played this course a ton of times. So towards the top, I definitely like Harris. I think Harris can have a great week. Scroll down a little bit. Towards the middle, Bob Mack, he's rounding into form. He's rounding into defense season. Obviously defending in Canada, defending at the Scottish Open. So Bob Mack's game is trending in the right direction, coming off of a great week at Colonial, which is a golf course where you cannot be shy in terms of the ball striking. I wonder what the narrative around Max Homa is going to be this week, because this is a golf course where he's played really, really well at before, and he's finding some things. I'm interested in him in DFS. I'm interested in him in the without market too, or a top 10 market, because he's putting the piece together. He's spotty with the ball striking, spotty with the putting. It's a great driving week. It's a decent approach week, but that's the best we've seen from Max Homa in a long, long time. So I think the signs are showing for Max, and I like him on a golf course that he's played really well and he's been comfortable before. He didn't have a great finish at Quail, but we saw what he did at Quail on that Friday round. So I'm down for Max to really find some things. Towards the bottom, Taylor Pendrith and Wyndham Clark provide you a very similar, I think, ceiling, in my opinion. They both are high ceiling drivers when they're going well, and then they could really pop on approach if you get them in the right week. So I'm down to take a flyer on one of these 2 guys. I would not say both of them. They're high risk but high reward players. And towards the bottom, it's definitely been on for me. This is a golf course that screams been on. If it was Bermuda, it'd be like the best golf course for him ever. He has insane amount of top 3 upside at what, $7,100. So been on definitely towards the bottom. Before we get to the 6K range, really quickly, a few ads, and then we'll build a lineup. Edge Boost, the first ever bank account built for bettors, ensuring all gambling transactions are approved. No usage fees, no minimums, cashback rewards. Sign up today, edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. $25 deposit, and Edge Boost will match that deposit. Edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. Underdog Pick'em, going long for the NBA playoffs with their extender. Hop in game 1, and the longer the series goes, the bigger the bonus gets. Sign up today, promo code GOLF SGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000. Underdog Fantasy, promo code GOLF SGPN. Okay, 6K range, a few bullets that I like. I'll run through them. If you've been riding the Bud Cauley train, don't stop riding the Bud Cauley train. Ryan Gerard, a long course merchant. He needs Bermuda to really pop, but he could surely top 15 at what, $6,700. Sam Stevens prefers golf courses where you have to drive it not necessarily long, but in the fairway, and you have to do that here. So I like these 3 guys at the top. Towards the bottom, Austin Eckroat is really, really showing me some great signs. He made the cut on the number last week, and then he had an okay weekend, finished T46, but he's finally finding the driver. He's now gained strokes off the tee in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of his last 9 weeks, and he's been driving it really, really poorly this year. So he's finding some things off the tee, which is huge for Austin Eckroat. So I like him a lot at the bottom of this 6K range. I'm actually going to start the lineup with him when we do that. So, and then towards the bottom, Matthew Pavone. When Matthew Pavone is driving it long and straight, when you need long and straight driving, you play Matt Pavone, and he had a great driving week at the PGA Championship, which is obviously a stern test last week. So I'm going to go with Pavone and the bottom of the 6K range, and I'm also going to start with put Pavone in there. So we got Pavone and Eckroat. That means we're going to go all the way up to Scotty. So let's see what we're left with for the final 3. We're left with $8,100. Scotty, Pavone, Eckroat. I think both of those guys can finish inside the top 10. Obviously, Scotty's already winning this week, so that's good. Now we got to find 3 guys at $8,100 that can really make some hay. So let's go to that number and see if I liked anyone. I love Tony Finau at 82. And then towards the 7K range, Harris English, yeah, makes sense. And then let's go with one of these high ceiling guys within Pendrith or Clark. I don't really mind the 2. I guess we'll go with the cheaper one in Clark. And then that leaves us $8,900, which is Victor we're avoiding. Sepp, I don't mind. And then I love Lowry. I think Lowry's safer than Spieth. So let's go with Lowry. So we got Scotty, Lowry, second man in, Finau, Clark, and then the 2 6K bullets. Leaves you 200 on the table, and I think that's a really solid lineup. So any questions? You guys know definitely where to find me. Thoughts on Novak playing the course for the first time? You know where else he played for the first time? Harbour Town. He played Harbour Town for the first time and lost in a playoff. So obviously this is a very different test than Harbour Town is. But I will say Novak provides a well-rounded game, which works around here. He's not going to spike in one category. He's going to do everything okay, which, I mean, you're going to get the ball in the hole. That's what you got to do here. I think he's going to make the cut. I believe there's still a cut here. I think he's going to make the cut, and then once he gets in the mix, he gets in the mix. I wouldn't say this is the best course for Andrew Novak. He missed the cut at the PGA Championship, a big boy golf course, but there's worse courses. If he's a little bit chalky at all, come tomorrow afternoon, I would say avoid it, but I wouldn't say the golf course and him not seeing it is an issue. So you guys know where to find me. Betting show most likely tomorrow with Dom, I think. I'll talk to him. Nonetheless, thank you for watching. Catch you guys soon. Peace out.